Hey buds, and welcome to episode 27 of the Minecraft Let's Play. So in last video, we made Creeper Cove, which is our city's black market of sorts. It's got a little bit different characters than you might expect in here. But since all of that was built underground, I really wanted to come out to the surface and build something everybody in the city could see. And I mean, why not? Let's start with this cozy little area right in between our New Roots lumber mill and Creeper Cove. Now, we don't have much room here because of the walls, but I think that we could make something very aesthetic nonetheless. So let's start off with this little corner because I have been dying to make something in here. I have really wanted to make like a barracks of sort to be able to have like a guard posted because this is one of the main entrances into our city. And I wanted for this to be really welcoming to everybody because people are going to be in very close proximity and I don't want for them to think that the guards are out to get them or anything like that. So I decided to hire someone who the villagers trust dearly, and that is Pablo. Now, Pablo here is the guardian of this specific barracks, and more or less his job is to make sure no one gets in like drunken brawls, or if there's a cat stuck in a tree, it's his job to use those massive arms and go get the cat down. And he's also there to make sure that if a villager gets bit by a zombie, he will track them down and drag them back to the jail cell, which is in this little corner of the guard tower. So the zombified villagers will sit in this cage and wait on the cleric to brew up some weakness potions and make some golden apples to transform them back. And because this is one of the city's main entrance points, zombie bites happen a lot more frequently than you'd think. People are traveling out on the road, get bit by a stray zombie, and when they make it here, they finally start showing symptoms. So Pablo takes a lot of pride in making sure that that spread of the infection doesn't happen. And once those villagers are cured, they can continue on with whatever they were doing. And after the transformation back into a villager, sometimes they get a little confused on how they got there, so this dungeon is actually a lot nicer compared to the barracks that are a bit deeper in the city. This barracks is actually one of the newer buildings that have been given to the guards. Pablo spends most of his days looking out and scanning the picnic tables, just observing the villagers most days. But if people are having picnics, where are they getting the food from? Well, right this way up this lovely staircase, we'll see Roger's Diner. With plenty of indoor and outdoor seating area, Roger's Diner has the perfect little pick-me-up for any villager. With a stunning and tidy kitchen in the back, an amazing outdoor patio, and a pickup window, this makes eating out so easy. Oh, it smells so good in here. But maybe you've had Roger's food one too many times in the last week, so don't worry, there are other options. Welcome to the Netherise-Eaterise. These two stalls are nether themed with fun meals for kids, and this rooftop is 100% villager proof, so no kids or adults can get too rowdy and hurt themselves. Now, these kitchens are a lot smaller because of room constraints, but the seating is just as lively. Oh my gosh, look at this. I am so excited for these restaurants opening. Let me just make sure I'm ready for the grand opening, okay? I need to make sure that I can help out whoever's behind the counter. Okay, here we go. All right, that is so much better. I already feel like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to help out with these restaurants. But if you don't want to eat at Roger's or Netherise-Eaterise, then look no further than the corner. I've been wanting to try my hand at diagonal builds, so this tiny space is going to be perfect. I don't want to dig into these walls too much, but I have an amazing idea. So since we can't expand outward, let's expand up and down. So let's make this building have 3 stories. We'll have the eatery at ground floor, where people can go in, order their food, and sit down, whether inside or outside. We'll have some reservable seating spots on the roof for family events. And then underground, we'll have the kitchen. We can transfer the food from the kitchen up here via this pulley system. And now we just need to decorate, and boom! The corner is finished. This is such a cozy little spot, and I am so proud because I built it in such a small area, which, if you've seen my base, is very hard for me to do. And I've had so much fun being creative with this. Even though I did break through the walls a tiny bit, I made sure that I stayed inside of them. Okay, let me just check on that, make sure that's going. This is still boiling, great, and I gotta get this out. Okay, order up for a Daisy and a Steve, yeah. Oh my god, why is this job so stressful? But now that all of our restaurants are fully finished building, we must keep our station clean and pack up our shulker boxes. Which also means putting everything back in my chest monster. But now is the time for the grand opening of the restaurant district. So let's cut that red tape, and now all of the villagers can enjoy that yummy, yummy food. And now for the full walkthrough. In first person, of course, because I'm actually trying a new editing style inspired by It's Marlowe, which I really love your videos, but here it is. I struggled for so long on how to make benches and what I wanted to be like the aesthetic of this area. And I gotta say, this looks freaking great. And not to mention this amazing barracks here. Check all this out. It's so freaking cool that I can just come up here and Pablo will just be hanging out right here. We've got the nice little creeper painting by his bed so he knows who the baddies are. And we've got his parents over here. They are always very proud of you, Pablo. Got some spare armor for the guardsmen and a nice little lookout tower. And since it's night, I'm actually gonna sleep right here, Pablo. He's like, get out. Okay, I'm leaving. And here we have that nice little prison jail cell for all of our villager friends. So his job, like I said, is to just make the potions, get us some golden apples here, and make sure that these villagers get sent back to their default state, because let's be real, nobody wants a zombie outbreak in the middle of their city. Oh my god, that's scary. Keep safe in here. And at the very start of building, there was like a baby mega tree here, and I have switched it out with a custom tree because I really want to make more custom trees. And I swear this looks so awesome with all of the particles, especially. Walking underneath it, I have some villager proofing here. Everything should be villager proofed as far as I'm aware. We might stumble into some issues later, but that's a problem for future L. Roger's Diner. I've added in these little signs just to show, you know, that they are open. And I guess, well, I am open because I am the chef now. But there are just some nice little kitchens here. We got a little stew boiling up, and we have some seating for people like I did. I just throw them out there golden carrots and call their names. More seating area, including this. I'm so glad that I actually like incorporated the rooftop of the guard tower, since it's like a new building that was given to the guards. You never know what the agreement was with the last owner and Roger, but I'm glad that they've come to a middle ground and Roger is still able to have a nice little patio here. And honestly, one of my favorite little touches is this little water reservoir. Just a nice little thing in the walls where the water comes out, just to add in some color, some movement, and of course, with these green bushes, the allium and all the flowers, it looks so pretty. Okay, but let's go up a little further. We have Karate Man right next to Netherise-Eaterise. Okay, I'm just testing out my villager proofing, guys. Here we have another patio right on top, actually, of Roger's Diner, because I am trying to build a lot more on top of each other. This is my first time that I'm building like a proper city, and I think it's gonna turn out amazing, but I have to commit to everything being really close, which I can never do. But I thought that adding in this clock on an invisible item frame is such a lovely way of letting the patrons know what time it is, if they're running late, if they've got to pick up their order. We got little baby kitchens. Yeah, these kitchens are kind of bland. I didn't know what to do with them because I couldn't push this wall any further back to give more space to this kitchen. I'm actually building something else up here, and it's going to have a swimming pool, and that would be right here. So I'm just lucky that it all fit relatively smoothly and that it looks relatively nice. And I think creativity-wise, the corner has my heart. It's just so nice. I tried to add in like some books. I wanted it to feel like super cozy, and with these windows, oh my god, yes. I got creative and I was like, well, we'll have a nice little patio. When it's not overcast, we'll have this open for reservations, like from families, or if you're on a date or something, then you'll have this little area all to yourself. All right, and let's go behind the kitchen. We have our pulley system, where theoretically we will just like turn this or something and the stuff will come right up. I don't exactly know how to do that or if that's even possible. I'm gonna say it's possible with your imagination, and that's what we're gonna use. Okay, let's go down into the kitchen. Yeah, so you'll see the pulley system a little bit more in action. We have a lot of just like random stuff. Oh my god, and not to mention, I want to make a custom acacia tree, and having that little like shade bit, oh, it's gonna be so cool. And I've got to say, this has been so much fun. I absolutely adore this, and I hope you guys like my my skin change, because they're actually gonna need me in the kitchen right now, so I've got to make this quick. Thank you so much for watching, Budz. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, and if you like what you see, then subscribe to join the village today. It's only a click away. Now, I gotta go. My shift starts at 5. And thank you to our members, I Lilith, the Happy Tree Hugger, and Kinboshi.